Om Shuklam Varadharam Vishnum
Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarvavighnopashantaye Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhagavantav Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Graditam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrutavarshiniം Bhagavatim Ashtadashaധ്യായിനീം Amba Tvamanusandhadami Bhagavad-gite Bhavadveshinim Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Kaspyanti Ampaginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha.
I know all of you like stories, is it not? So let me begin with a story or a narration, okay? Once upon a time, sage Vashistha was camping in Himalayas. Not such camps. He has ashram there, big ashram, with library, flower gardens, all this. And many disciples were there. One day, it was a time of pradosha, around 7 to 8 p.m. night. All Vashistha and others, disciples, were lost in samadhi on Saguna Brahma, Ishvara, with a name and form. And at the end, Vashistha came out of the samadhi. All around pitch darkness, stand still. Suddenly, he saw at a horizon bright and brilliant light. It was coming near and near. He watched. He saw Nandi. Who is Nandi? Vehicle of Bhagavan Shiva, making the way. And behind who? Shiva and Parvati are coming. Followed by Ganas, attendants. Which is alerted the disciples, like, get up. Shiva is coming. And all are alert. Shiva came. Vashistha offered the ritualistic hospitality in the olden days. And she was seated, and as usual, no, how are you, etc. You ask, So Shiva asked Vashistha, how are you? How is your sadhana going on? Are you lack of any needs? Do you want anything? Or are you afraid of anything? What she said, Bhagavan, aapke kripa se, with your grace, everything is fine. Everything is fine. That's all. But he was Vashistha. Will he lose his opportunity when Bhagavan has come to the doorsteps? He said, Bhagavan, may I ask you one question? Oh, certainly. Then Vashistha asked this. What is the best Devarchana Vidhana? I will take one word one by one. Vidhana of Devarchana. Means, Deva word primarily means Ishvara Tattva, Bhagavat Tattva. See, in our many languages, Marathi, Hindi, Devudu, Telugu, Devaru, this, Kannada, so like this. So Deva means God principle, divinity principle, ultimate reality. So, what is the best mode of worshipping him? Not that Vashistha doesn't know the worship. Had it been, she would have told, go to a Gurukula and learn. He is a guru teaching Karma Kanda onwards. He knows even Ashwamedha Yaga and all that is teaching others. He is asking. But he had to put a clause there. What is the clause? Not simply the best Devarchana. Vidhana means mode. What is the mode of the best worship of divinity principle? That is the question. But not simply that method, but it should be like what? It says, Tektodvegam. That mode of worship must be Tektva Udvegam, wherein Udvega, afflictions, concerns are not there. Again, it should be, what is that? It is Anamayam. See, nowadays you are not habituated to puja, etc. Suppose some puja is to be done. Ganesh Chaturthi, Bhadrapada Ganapati, Ganesh Chaturthi, Satyanarayana Vrata. All. You have to collect so many samagris, materials. First thing, keep your bank balance ready there. You have to spend. You have to spend. You have to get. And higher type of worship means you should get such rare material samagris. At times, they are seasonal. You are not able to get it, but you have to get some from somewhere. Means the person is concerned. Anxiety is there. And mantras must be proper, etc. So, in such worships, there is a udvega, affliction, distress. How best I can do it? So as a result, what happens? Mind is little disturbed. So therefore he said, it should be what? Anamayam. Mind must be undisturbed. A puja wherein my mind must be undisturbed. I should not have this anxiety and concern. Everything shanti, shanti, shanti. At the same time, puja. So that, which is not possible with external worship. You've seen the priest doing pujas? First thing, you should know mantras. You should have samadhi. At right time, with right mantra, is to offer it. Arti, etc. So many things are there. Here it is what? Mind must be very calm and composed. At the same time, you are doing puja. So is there best one like that? Especially in our puja, Panchopachara puja, Shodashopachara puja. Panchopachara puja means 5 types of treatment to the Bhagavan. Shodashobani is like 16 times. More upacharas means more concern. You should be what? Free from care and concern. You are doing puja, at the same time mind is very quiet and calm. Is there such a vidhana, mode of doing worship? Now, Shiva has to answer, no? Straight away he doesn't answer. Of course, he has consented to answer. He shoots back a question. Vashistha, I hope you know who the Deva is. Understood? Who is Deva? God principle, divinity principle. I hope you know it. Who is Vashistha? Not like ordinary person. So well read in the shastras. And Shiva is asking me, I hope you know Deva. You know, he is the guru of Bhagavan Ramachandra. Later, but he is the guru of Bhagavan Ramachandra. I hope you know who the Deva is. But Shiva doesn't wait for Vashistha to reply. First, he dismisses our popular concepts, notions about Deva, the God principle, the divinity principle. Straight away dismisses. Bhagavan Shiva, not Tom, Dick, Harry. He says, Pundarikaksho na Bhagavan. Understood? Pundarikaksha means Vishnu. Vishnu is not God. Kamalodbhava na Bhagavan. Kamalodbhava. Brahma. Didn't you know? Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Brahma. Trilochana na Bhagavan. Who is Trilochana? Himself. Bhagavan said. And he said, goes on like this. Pundarikaksha Vishnu na Bhagavan. Trilochana me Shiva not Bhagavan. Kamalodbhava Brahma na Bhagavan. One thing in this context, you should be very clear about these two words. Brahma, which in English you put it Brahman, and Brahma. You should be very clear about the distinction. Actually, the substantive is in Sanskrit Brahman. And what is Brahman? Brahman, it is a substantive. In neuter gender, nominative singular, it becomes Brahma. This Brahma is what we say, Satchidananda Brahma, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Vijnanam Anandam Brahma, Satchidananda Brahma. Okay? That English you put Brahman. Okay? But Brahma is Brahman substantive, nominative, masculine gender. And this Brahma means one of the trinities. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. So he is Kamalodbhava. Puranically, who Brahma was born from the navel of Vishnu and is seated in the lotus. So, Kamalodbhava na Bhagavan. Again he says, Tridasheshvaraha na Bhagavan. Tridasheshvara means Devanam Pati Devendra Indra, the king of heavens. He is not Bhagavan. Then Pavanaha, Vayu Devata, not Bhagavan. Arkaha, Surya, not Bhagavan. Analaha, fire, not Bhagavan. Nishakaraha, Nishakaraha is moon, not Bhagavan. Brahmana, any Brahmana, not Bhagavan. Then Avanipaha. Avanipaha is the king. King is not Bhagavan or a Deva. Here the word used is Deva, not Bhagavan. Deva. Then again he says, Aham na Bhagavan, Devaha. What is that? Trilochana he said. Again he said, me, Kailasadipati Shiva, not Bhagavan. Then what he says is, further he goes, not you. You, Vashistha, not Bhagavan, not Deva. Then he generalizes, Deha Rupaha na Bhagavan. Deha Rupaha means Dehadhari. Dehadhari means a person who is making use of physical gross body. Anyone who is making use of physical gross body, na devaha, means Brahma, Vishnu, Ishwar came. They have got a divine body, but they have got body. Na devaha chitta rupaha, means chitta dhari, the one who is making use of psyche, mind, intellect, not Bhagavan. See, what Deva is not, what divinity principle is not, Shiva had made clear. But my dear sir, please tell positively who is Deva. You are not told that. No, okay. But tell us who is that, because there is something called Deva. He says, Chitta Rupa means Chitta Dhari Antakarana, not there. Again he says, the physical beauty or countenance of a person is not Bhagavan. And he says, Sakaro Naiva Bhagavan. Sakara means the one who has got Akara. Akara means form. Form means it gets circumscribed by space, limited. And that form is born, limited by time. Again, that form is what going to end. These are called limitations, parichinnatas. And form is a little. So it cannot be Deva, it cannot be Deva. The question is now, who is Deva? He comes out with the definition. 3 words he uses which define who the Deva principle is. Note it. Akratrimam. Akratrimam. Anadyantam. Devanam. Deva Uchyate. It defines who Deva is. I'm going to explain you word by word. Akratrimam. My throat is not that cooperative, okay? Kritrimam. Kritrimam means Kriya Sadhyam. Kriya Sadhyam means that which is created. Kritrimam. Or that means now, na Kritrimam is akritrimam, not created, not made, not fabricated. Also it means that which is not bogus, that which is not sham, or that which is not imagined, that which is not just for appearance, truly not there. For example, you vividly experience your dream, but is it real? False. It is not there. So therefore, nothing. Means anything imagined cannot be Deva. So you can put it like this, that is, anything that is non-fictitious or not imagined, which is not natural, which is not spontaneous, so not non-fictitious. So that is means, that is what akritrimam. Something that is not made, one. Then he says, anadyantam, that which has no adi and anta. Adi, anta can have two meanings. Adi can mean beginning, or adi can mean a cause. Anadi means that has no beginning, that has no birth, utpatti. Also, that has no cause. Anta, which has no end, which has no death. So Ananta. Also, it can mean which has no effect. Nothing is born of it. The entity which is not born from something, the entity from which nothing is born, that is what? Anadyanta. But still, definition gets confined to what it is not. What exactly it is not told by this. It says, Devanam. We'll see what the word means. Devanam is a positive word. We should know what is meant by Devanam. Very important. The meaning of Devanam is like this, which is literally Devanam means resplendent or splendor of light. Literal meaning. But here, we should not take it as a light principle. Physical light is not meant there. Figuratively, it is used for knowledge principle. Devanam stands for what? Number one, it is some knowledge principle. See, in Vedanta, Atma, Brahma, which of nature of knowledge principle, is compared to light, prakasha. Why? What does the light do? It makes you see, makes you aware, perceive the things that are there in darkness. Is it not? It dispels darkness and makes you see what it is. So also, knowledge principle removes your darkness, ignorance, because of which you know not your swarupa, true nature, and reveals you what you are in reality. So some similarity is there between light and Atma-jnana, Brahma-jnana. So therefore, Devanam here means Paramartha Devanam. Not simple light. Paramartha, absolute level. It means like this. Niratishaya pramoda chit prakasha. In short, Devanam, Deva means Niratishaya pramoda. Niratishaya means unexcelled, unsurpassed. Pramoda. Pramoda means Paramananda. Paramananda. Not the happiness that comes and goes. The happiness which is everlasting, never begun. All the time happens to be there. So, Niratishaya Pramoda. But what is that actually? Chit Prakashaha. Chit Prakashaha. Figuratively, the light of Chit, Chaitanya, pure consciousness principle, pure awareness principle. I hope you are aware of this word Chaitanya. If not, you don't know something with consciousness you are aware of. Awareness you are aware of not. That principle. The pure consciousness principle, awareness principle. That is what is called as Chit Prakasha. Why Prakasha? Because it is knowledge principle. It makes you know things that are inert jada. So therefore, what is Devanam? Devanam akritrimam, not created, ever existent, which is this, not false, not fabricated, not bogus, not sham. Anadyantam, which is no birth, which has no end, death, which always is. And itself is unsurpassed, unexcelled. The knowledge principle, Chit Chaitanya, which is Paramananda Swarupa. This is what Deva word means, and what it is not, Shiva has given a long list, which we take as the word Deva Bhagavad Tattva. Bhagavan Shiva asks, how can you find this Deva in anything that has got an akara? Anything which has got an akara form means drishya, inert in nature. It can't have this. So, therefore what happens? This Devanam is Bhagavad Tattva. Bhagavan Shiva is aware that the word used Devanam may not be clear. So himself tells the meaning of Devanam. He says, he repeats, Anadyantam akratribam, Anadyantam Devanam. He gives the meaning for that. Chit Shivam Devuchate. He gives the meaning of Devanam is what? Chit Shivam. You know this, what Shiva means here. Chit Chaitanya, pure awareness principle, pure conscious principle. But at the same time, it is Shiva. This Shiva is not one who is speaking. Not Kailasadipati. No. Shiva means Mangala Swarupa, ever auspicious, wherein no sorrow is there, which is nothing but limitless happiness. So therefore, Chit Chaitanya, which itself is Paramananda, that is Devanam. See, the Shiva word is such that it has got all that is good in that. In our language also, never Shri Shiva is written. Shri Vishnu, Shri Krishna, Shri Govinda, Shri Ganapati. Shri Shiva is not there. Why? The Shri is included in the word Shiva. Chit Shivam Viduhu. That Devanam. So therefore it says, such things, how can it be there in any entity who has got a body or mind, etc.? The form need not be physical form or ocular form. Anything, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, any 5 types of sense stimuli form, by which thing is known. So now tell me please, do you agree with what Shiva has told? You have to give reasons, okay, yes or no will not do. You have to give reasons. You understood the question? What did Shiva do earlier? Vishnu, Brahma, Shiva, all, none of them. Do you agree with that? Yes? They are not Shiva. Why are you worshipping? Trilojana, Gangadheshwar, Trilojana, Shiva, Vishnu. And you have not imagined from where you have got it. Shastra. See, Narayana, Shiva, Vishnu. Shastra has told us how to worship, etc. So it is not your imagination. And now who is denying it, discarding it? Shiva. Not ordinary person. Shiva himself. So you should shoot back a question. Sir, how about these? The Shastras themselves have told us. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, as the divinity principle, as the God principle, we have not imagined. We are Shraddhavan people. We are following your Shastra. And you, Bhagavan Shiva, is dismissing. Vashistha had not asked because Bhagavan Shiva anticipates it. And he says, he gives the answer and proceeds further. What is that? Those people who are not able to gain the knowledge of this Deva Tattva, for them a step below is given by the Shastras. Given by the Shastras to provide an opportunity to tune up their mind and prepare in such a way that tune their mind and prepare that mind in such a way that they are able to know what this Deva is. It is not redundant. It is not wrong. It is a means given by the shastras. And who gives the shastras? Parameshwara himself. So those who are not in a position to know this, a second step is given so that in course of time they equip themselves to know what that Deva Tattva is. So therefore it says, Ajnata Shiva Tattvanam. Those who are not eligible, those who are not capable of knowing this Shiva Tattva, Deva Tattva, I have told you now. It says, Sakararchanam Kritam. Shastra provides archanam, worship, puja of Sakara, God principle, divinity principle with a form. But finally, formless is the divinity principle. So that's what. For which he gives an example. It may not be that common nowadays as such. Those days, sannyasis were parivrajakas. Always they were in the moon. But how much they can walk a day? There's a limit. This say 8 kroshas. It comes about 8 to 9 miles. You should not exceed that. If you exceed that, you are overusing your body and you will have problems. About 8 to 9 miles per day. But there may be some who are not capable of doing that. For them, a krosha, about 2 to 2.5 miles. So like that, those who are not able to gauge that unity principle, which is Deva, for them, Sakara, with form is given. So it is not useless, it is not against Shastras. Shastras are given is some purpose. So this is okay. Now, tell me, where are you going to hunt for this Chit Shiva? Chit Shiva means Chaitanya. Chaitanya means pure conscience principle, pure awareness principle. Where are you going to? Rishikesh, 8 days retreat. Is it? Where are you going to hunt? Remember morning meditation. I tailor-made it. Very Chaitanya, pure consciousness within you. Mind you, you are told within you. What does it mean? You are something within is pure consciousness, Chaitanya. First step accepted, but we will come to the reality afterward. I've said within it. But when you are saying Chaitanya, leave aside pure consciousness, the English word. As far as Chaitanya is concerned, our Shastra says it is sarvavyapi. It is all-pervasive. Now, all-pervasive, how can be within you? And tell me, when you said within you, what did you mean by me, which you are referring to you? Is it not the physical body? So what you meant first? Chaitanya is within me, the physical body. Okay. But that Chaitanya happens to be all-pervasive. Therefore you have to say what? Me, the body, is in Chaitanya. Understood? Understood or not? See. Where is space? Pot is there. Hey, space. It is within me. But space is everywhere. This pot is in space. So, to begin with, the space is the pot. Space is everywhere. Pot is in the space. And space is not the pot. Pot is broken. Space is there. Who is more real? Pot or space? Is it not? Like that. Chaitanya is in me, the body, accepted. But the Chaitanya becomes all pervasive. Therefore, this body happens to be in the Chaitanya. Is it not? If that is the case, now, whether body is permanent or Chaitanya is permanent. And one more thing we know. This body by itself is inert. Any doubt? Say a corpse, dead body, dead mass. Chaitanya happens there. So therefore, if we analyze our life 24/7, what is the common denominator? What is the constant factor which always is? Look here. Vedanta, you have to relate to yourself. Don't go beating with the bush around. See, now this Chaitanya, even the body gets destroyed, it is there. Okay. Which is the first and the last? Chaitanya is first or the body is first? Because you have a body. Should you not be aware of it? Should you not know it? Here's the pot. How do you see the pot? You saw it. You are aware of it. Means you are the seer. Pot is removed or broken. Seer is there or not? Pot gone. Likewise, body comes and goes. The one who is aware of it, one is conscious of it, always there. You can verify it every day. When you sleep, where is your body? Don't tell me it is in the cot. Are you aware of it? For you, out. But you were there in the sleep. When you woke up, I slept well. I did not know anything. Even the body, I didn't know. Body comes and goes, you remain to be there, is it not? So if we now make a selection between the body and Chaitanya, pure conscious principle, body comes and goes, Chaitanya all the time remains. Means in Chaitanya, body comes and goes. In space, pot comes and goes. Space is first and last. So now let us review our definition. Chaitanya is in me to begin with. Chaitanya is everywhere, everything is Chaitanya. And I am Chaitanya. In fact, in Zoroastrian, Parsi, they say, light is in me, I am in light, I am the light. See, step by step. Chaitanya is in me, I body is in Chaitanya, I am Chaitanya. It leads you step by step what you are in reality. So that being the case, now tell me, who is Devanam? Chitshivam. That principle in you which makes you lively and kicking. that principle in you, because of which you are interacting the world. Otherwise, we can be a dead mass. That Devana. And he says what? Niratishaya Ananda Swarupa. If you, Chaitanya, is Deva, the God principle, the divinity principle, which is Niratishaya Pramoda, limitless happiness, should you not be limitless happiness? Are you? Are you? No. What has gone wrong somewhere? Can you deny this fact? The Chaitanya pure one in you is divinity principle. You can't deny. It is there. Now we are saying, it is in me, I am in that, I am that principle. Okay? So I must be Paramananda Sarupa. But we are high and dry. So many sorrows. What has happened? What is that factor which is denying me my true nature, Paramananda Swarupa? I have to handle it. Something is not allowing me my limitless happiness principle nature. What is it? We have to catch it. Is it not? You know what it is? You may say ignorance. Yes, true. It is at the principle level. At practical level, who is that culprit? Who is denying me? Do you know who is he? My dear sir, your mind, your mind, that mind is presenting your Paramadha Sarupa in the form of what you call popularly as samsara. What is samsara? Having husband, wife, children, properties, and all that samsara. People think, no. From the time of your birth up to the time of the death, sum total of all your experiences constitute samsara. The sum total of your experience in your lifetime is what? Samsara. So, each and every experience of ours is the building block, the unit of our samsara. And if these experiences are mainly happy nature, we say, I am happy. I am happy. If they are of sorrowful nature, ayyo, I am very sorrowful. What makes this? Joy or sorrow? Why that your mind should present so? Have you got any experience divorced from mind? Independent of mind? Anything and everything you experience is through the thought channels of mind. So that's why a thing may be something you are seeing, but at times You see something other than what it really is. In Vedanta, famous example of Rajju Sarpa. What is there? Is a rope. The light is not sufficient, and you mistake it to be snake. Who reported it? There's only a rope. Who made it? See, because some reason, light was not sufficient. Your eyes reported the mind, and mind reported a thought of a snake. Sarpakara antakarana vritti. And what you perceived was? So that means you are perceiving not directly what it is, but what your thought has reported to you. Let us say, some near and dear was traveling somewhere, and a culprit, a cheat, gave him the information, that your near relative has met with a fatal accident. Report has come to you. What is your condition? You are so much sorrowful. Because that sorrow, okay. Actually, nothing has happened. He is safe. And you became sorrowful because the news came to you wrongly. Is it not? When you go there, he's safe there. So what you see, experience, what your thoughts are reported. Other way, the person really met with the accident, and you are here enjoying in a party. Why? Thoughts have not reported to you. Maybe news has not come. It is not. So what we see is what our thoughts present us. Why this thought should behave like this? That depends on your value structure. What you are truly interested. That is why I complain during meditation. What? I'm getting agitation. Find out what the cause which has given the agitation is something which you are more interested than meditation. So many Upanishads have declared this. It says, this mind is such a thing, it can be your worst enemy. At the same time, the same mind can be your best friend. What makes it so? Many Upanishads have said, Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho bandhaya vishayasaktam muktyai nirvishayam manaha. Everything is there. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho. This mind is the cause of both bondage and liberation of a human being. What type of mind binds? What type of mind frees you? Bandhaya vishaya saktam. Mind which has got asakti, preeti, love, desire for Vishaya. Vishaya means sense objects. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Shabda, word, or not word, sound. Sparsha, touch. Rupa, form. Rasa, taste. Gandha, smell. All our sense pleasures are dependent on these sense objects. Different varieties may be there, but basic things are these. The one who has an asakti, preeti, that notion, I will be happy on account of these. So, I should get them. I should enjoy them. Bound. Where bound? You are dependent on that. What? Sense object. Now tell me, to have a Vishaya Bhoga, sense pleasure, pleasure born of indulgence, Bhoga in the Vishayas. What is the first and foremost thing you should have? You are starting a business. What's the first and foremost thing? Capital. They say seed capital. Seed capital means what? Minimum capital to begin with, is it not? Now tell me, to have Vishaya Bhoga, to have self pleasure, which all of us are interested, okay? Don't, only because you're sitting there, don't pose yourself like Vairagi, etc. All sense pleasures we are interested in. What is the first investment? Without which you can't have them. What? Desire. Desire is the means. You want to desire what you need? Mind. To have the mind, what you need? Physical body. Can you have any sense pleasure without the body? My dear, then number one. Number two, mind must be there or not? Seed capital. Minimum investment. To have Vishaya Bhoga, sense pleasure, number one, you should have physical body. Number two, you should have mind, is not? You have already signed a contract for sorrows. How come? Think. Have you ever seen the source of your sorrows? Analyze your life. Tell me, body, source of sorrow or not? All diseases, vyadhis. Okay. That's why in dream or sleep, you are off your physical body, the afflictions, pains arising from the physical body are out. Okay. But in dream, working, all the, in sleep, both are not there. Is there anyone who has got sorrow in the sleep? You verify. I am not telling you. What is the source of sorrow? You say, look, you should know this. Sorrows arise from physical body and mana buddhi ahankara chitta antakarana. Is it not? And you want to have Vishaya Bhoga. What is the minimum seed capital investment? Body. Who has ordered the sorrows? You have ordered sorrows in the hope of getting some happiness from there, from Vishayas. Is it not? What to do? Without that, we will not get it. Who told you? You have not inquired into the nature of your sense pleasure. no Vishayas, no object or being in the world has got truly the capacity to give you happiness, because happiness is not intrinsic feature of Vishayas, the world. Happiness is not the intrinsic characteristics of the world, Drishya, Jagat, Vishayas. From where it emanates? That Chaitanya. I'm not going into the process, how happiness happens, there you'll find out. You need Priya, Moda, Pramoda, Vrittis. Occasioned by, because of karma phalas, you have occasioned that. In that, the ananda, happiness, that is my real nature, to some extent, in a varying degrees, gets reflected. See, I am, table is, mic is, isness, existence is experienced everywhere. But the chit aspect, the knowledge aspect, is experienced where antakarana, mana, buddhi are there. Because they are designed so by Bhagavan. But happiness is not reflected in that. For happiness, further suksha vrittis, priya, moda, pramoda, therein ananda, that is your real nature, gets reflected. And you think, I got because of the Vishayas. You know, our plight is like what they call as musk deer. Nowadays it may not be there. You know that musk deer? A deer which has got its musk at the navel, it emits fragrance. But that poor deer doesn't know this. It thinks it's from that, and it goes on smelling all over the world, not knowing it is what? Its true nature. So true nature is Paramanda Swarupa, limitless happiness, but we superimpose on the objects over there, get some joy, get blow of what? Sorrows. Who ordered it? Your mind. If you withdraw from that, that same mind is capable of revealing your Paramanda Swarupa. Bandhaya Vishayasaktam. The mind which is engrossed in the sense objects. Bound means you are hooked here, body, etc. Withdraw, make it calm and composed, not happen. Your Swarupa, Paramanda, gets revealed. Not imagination, you are doing it every day when you sleep, including in the class when you doze. Is it? No. You are withdrawing. Your ananda gets revealed. Not imagination, fact, truth. But this won't work. In sleep, still your ignorance is there. Again, the good old habit will continue. So you should be directly aware of, directly conscious of this Swarupa, Muktyai Nirvishayam Manaha. For moksha means what? Freedom from all sorrows means freedom from birth and death. To reveal our Swarupa Paramanda is what? What you need is mind withdrawn from its preoccupation in the Vishayas. You are not creating happiness. Your happiness gets revealed to you, which was obstructed by the mind. See, I don't know nowadays all locks, etc. You know, padlock. padlock. Left. Okay, what happens? Locked or unlocked? Oh, locked. Unlocked. Is it not? Huh? So you turn toward the Vishayas, locked, bound. Turn toward the other way, unlocked. Who does it? Mind. This appears in many Upanishads. This is there. Maitrani Upanishad, Amrita Bindu or Brahma Bindu, Shatayana Upanishad, Tripura Trapini Upanishad. 4 Upanishads it has. It's such an important thing. Vivek Chudamani is there. Vivek Chudamani, this verse is repeated there. So the culprit is who? Mind. So the mind you need to educate. The mind needs to be trained. Turn back to your true nature. So for this, we will need to know what exactly this world is. Jagat, with which you are interacting, trying to get happiness, etc. There are 2 ways of looking at it. About Jagat. Shastra one day tells us. One you are very familiar with, other you may not come across. I will touch upon that and then enter into Bhagavad Gita because this is relevant. Why Karma Yoga? You should know it. What is the role of the mind? You should know it. First, Deva. What is the divinity principle? What is the God principle? We have touched upon that. Now, as for this mind is the sole cause of creating this world. You may get surprised. Why? You heard that Ishvara has created the Jagat. Yes. It's the one version given by who? Upanishad, Shastra. But there is other version. My dear sir, madam, you have created the world. You are surprised? How is it possible? If I have created the world, will I create hell for me? Will I create sorrows for me? That you have to answer, not me. You have created. Next class, I will show you that you are the creator of the world. One version is Ishvara. Now you see, you have to accept it. You can't wriggle out. You are the creator. Sorrow, you know it, I don't know. You have to answer why I create sorrow. But you create sorrow for you also. So, the 2 types of creations or srishtis we'll see, and we'll see the relevance of we as the individual through the mind creating the Jagat. There we will get some solution to get out of this, and we'll know that. Vishayasakta nirvishayam mana. Side by side, meditation also will proceed along with this. A little tailor-made I have it. So, that. Just one thing, that's I told you. Nothing new there. But what is told, try to think again and again. That's why I said, speak less, at least for 8 days or something. So that by the time you leave, it is there deep in there. It will surface out. Okay. If you want that after this thing, after the breakfast, you can jot down some points, etc. And if you don't remember, don't bother at all. It will get repeated as well. Okay? So, next class, we'll see two types of creations, srishtis. One is public creation. Created by who? Parameshwara. Number two is private creation. Created by who? You, the individual. And then we'll get a solution. How to get past in that. Why? Bhagavan Krishna says, Abhyasena kaunteya vairagyena griyati. Okay? I may proceed this, exceed some time, because 8 days I have to finish that. Mainly the bhashya portion. I have to finish that. There are important things out there.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यां परिपालयन्
Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam
न्यायेन मार्गेण महेन् महेशाः गो ब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय मेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ